morning. Well, actually, it could be good morning somewhere.
What you said?
Good evening. I'm Mike.
I'm Erin.
And this is Ranch Talk Live. I was actually thinking it's morning somewhere right now. It has to be. So,
yeah, of course.
Good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. Good afternoon. I don't know. Whatever it might be. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us this evening for another edition of Ranch Talk Live. We've got a lot of stuff going on tonight. We've got a lot of stuff to go over, and we're going to take your questions and maybe give you answers. I'm not sure. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. You may notice that Nash Guy is not here tonight. Nash Guy had a family emergency. His mother-in-law actually had an accident, and so they are dealing with that.
I hope she's
and
okay.
Of course, he is in our thoughts and prayers. And we do miss him tonight because every time I like having Bob around, but it's understandable. And this is not a paying gig for our moderators.
No.
So be sure to thank our moderators for being here and keeping us straight. They actually keep me in line too. They text me all the time during live streams and they're like, hey, talk about this, or shut up, don't talk about that, you know, that kind of thing. So we get a lot of that. Thanks to moderators, of course, but I also wanted to touch on really quick, we have a lot of subscribers, of course, in California that are dealing with wildfires, and of course they are in our thoughts and prayers as well. Fire storms, whatever they're calling them right now. It is just a horrible mess out there.
Yeah, I hope
and hopefully everybody is safe and evacuated or whatever you need to do. Don't hang out, just go. So thanks to our super chats already. Holy crap, guys, you guys are going so fast that I can't even keep up. Silas, thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. You can always throw questions in there with your super chats as well. They show up nice and big for us, so we get a chance to answer them. Tyler there with a $20 super chat. Thank you, Tyler. Tyler's been with us for a long time.
Yeah.
He has been around. I have seen that name, and it's hard to miss it because that's a heck of a last name you got there. And I always see it. I always, you know, whenever he comments or whatever, he's always got something good and positive to say. So thank you, Tyler. We do appreciate it. We've got some stuff going on tonight. It may be my birthday this week. My birthday is actually on Saturday. It's not today, but thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. This is as close as we're going to get. So
this is it.
This is it. But we're giving away the gifts here during our live stream. It's my birthday. I'm giving away stuff. Actually, I'm not. Jess is. You might remember Jess from, what was that, two weeks ago?
Yeah.
When we went in, we took a look at the feed store. We did that whole thing. That episode was actually suggested right here on a live stream. We went and did it. It was a lot of fun. Jess was very excited with the feedback that she got from it. She was amazed at how many people contacted her and people asking about buying stuff from her store, even though they live in Georgia or South Carolina or Vermont or wherever. She was getting phone calls, just insane. Yeah. So she actually gave us some stuff to give away. And I'm going to tell you how you can win, because it's a little tricky for us to do on live streams when we do giveaways, because obviously it's hard to... Zach, I'm not that old, man. I don't feel that old anyway. It's hard for us to keep track. So what we're going to do tonight to get people entered in is, you may have heard of All Things Agriculture. That is our... it's not even ours anymore. We started it, but man, it's taken a life of its own. It's a Facebook group that you can join. A lot of our, the same moderators that are here are taking care of that group for us. And they talk about everything that has to do with agriculture, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're gardening, if you're keeping bees, if you're ranching, if you're farming, if you're
making pomegranate wine.
Yeah, some crazy stuff. There's I can't remember his name right now. It's totally escaping me, but from Czechoslovakia is on there all the time, and talking about their farmers markets and stuff like that. So anyway, how we're going to do this is, Mark, I'll get to you in a second. How we're going to do this is, we have 3 prize packs to give away. These prize packs include a hat from Goven's farm, Thar's Feed, Ranch Supply Inc. That's a mouthful, man. We have hats from them. We have gloves that Jess gave us. These all have the Thar's Feed and Goven Feed logo on them. And we have these really cool vests that Jess had made up. So in a prize pack, there's 3 prize packs. You get a hat, you get a pair of gloves, you get a vest. And how this is going to work is, I have 3 prize packs to give away. One of them is going to go to an All Things Agricultural member that already exists. But what I want you guys to do to enter is head over to that Facebook group. I think Matt's going to throw up a link for us. Head over there, join the group. By the end of the live stream here, we're going to pick 2 more winners out of brand new members to the group.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you guys.
I feel like I've been talking a lot
So
already.
you have to join the Facebook group. Or if our mods could throw up a link, that'd be great. If not, if you search Facebook for All Things Agriculture, it is a group. It is not a page, so you have to click on that groups tab to find it. But yeah, if we could get a link, I'm sure mods will throw up a link when they get a chance. There we go. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
it.
unfortunately, if you don't have, like James doesn't have Facebook, the bad part is we have to be able to track who's entering and just, you know.
We do lots of giveaways just on, chats and stuff like that. So if you don't have Facebook, we're sorry that you're left out of this
We
giveaway.
have more stuff coming up, and we're going to talk about that because we have some big plans. All right, heading on back. Mark, thank you for the $20 super chat. Mark Hollenbeck, happy early birthday. Thank you very much,
Thanks.
Mark. I do appreciate it. Speaking of the devil, there's one of those mods texting me. So let's take a few questions, and then we're going to get into what we have going on. And I do have a drink here, but that comes in later. It's going to come in here pretty darn quick because I'm going to have to do this. But let's take a couple questions, and if you have a question, throw it up there. I got to figure out something to yap about until we get a question. Let me say hi to a few people. Lori's here with us. Jim from Down Under. Jim, he's a great guy, man. If you get a chance, a lot of people come into the live stream early, and they get a chance to talk to each other and get to know each other. Just by watching the chat, I've gotten to know Jim a little bit, and Jim has sent me a couple emails and comments and stuff like that. Great guy. So if you ever wanted to talk to somebody from Australia, he's your man. He's a good representative, probably better than what they have. All right. So, questions.
Here's a question. Will she have the vest to sell as well? Yeah, if you call Jess.
Actually, I don't know if she sells the vests.
Oh.
She actually is putting on Friday night, she is doing a dinner for people that want to come and learn about different nutritional and minerals and all kinds of stuff for cows. So she ordered all these, I think she ordered all these vests and stuff to give away and at that dinner. But I'm not exactly sure. I might be able to snag some more. And if I can snag some more, I'll sell you one.
But we can give you guys Jess's phone number. And if you want to call her tomorrow, you can call and see what she has available for sale.
I talked to her on the phone today. We got a comment. Somebody asked if she sold her stuff online, which she does have a Facebook page. But she said, just tell them to call the store. So let's just flood the store.
Do you want to give them her number?
I don't know her number.
It's on the gloves right there.
Oh, yeah, it is on the gloves. Hey, look at that. I'm going to read it off the gloves. 307-682-9501 is her phone number. That's the store number. That's not her personal number. Don't go text her. Her husband might have a little problem with that. All right. Any other questions before we...
How old are you going to be?
I'm going to be the big 43. 43. Is that backwards? I don't know. I got to look at the camera. 43? 43. There we go. 43.
It's not backwards.
It's not? It looks backwards in the camera.
Oh,
I have a monitor that shows me nothing. Okay. Back to the chat. If you're already a member of the Facebook group, are you still entered to win the giveaway? You are, Sarah. I'm going to give away one of these prize packs to somebody who is already a member. We just passed, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but we just passed 700 members in All Things Agriculture. It's awesome. Great. And I think it's very cool. Now, you do have to request to be a member because we just don't let anybody come on in. It's kind of like a closed party. So you request to be a member, and then we will approve you. You won't get approved until after the live stream because our moderators are keeping an eye on that so they can keep track of who all is entering. After the live stream, you guys will be approved and allowed to come in and start posting and stuff like that. So don't get in a huff if you can't do anything right away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So I just joined. How long will it take? Chase, I just answered your question. Look at me. I'm like,
about an hour.
I'm like psychic. Yeah. So 34. How young? John asked me, how young do you feel? I had a conversation with somebody about this today. I don't feel old. I don't act old because I act like I'm 12 half the time. But
yeah, you bought a ridiculous thing off of Amazon today.
I did. It's a lot. You're going to see it too. I bought something just totally stupid. You know, I don't know. I kind of feel like you know, I hurt my back now every once in a while. It's like, what
Yesterday, you're like, my calf. I
Yeah.
hurt my calf.
Yeah, yesterday I'm walking along. I'm like, what did I do? I pulled my calf somehow. I don't know, and it went away. But you know, every once in a while you wake up and you feel like somebody poked you in the eye with a stick. I don't know what that is. There's weird things like that that happen that didn't happen when I was younger. But it's a small price to pay. I'd like to think that I'm older and I'm gonna say wiser, but that's not right either. So I don't know what I am. I'm older. So
older, yeah.
Yeah. Lindsay just had a birthday on the 7th. Happy birthday, Lindsay.
S Squared says you should buy something stupid for your birthday. He did.
Aaron was like, "You're not really going to spend money on that."
It was expensive.
I
Thank
actually
you to my mom for birthday cash.
Yeah. Aaron's mom gave me some birthday cash, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do something dumb. So you guys will see it coming up, and when it gets here, and you guys will probably think it's dumb too, but it's fun. I don't know how fun it is. It's not like you can play with it. It's not a transformer or anything, but it might be interesting.
I was seeing a couple questions about the gardens and the high tunnels.
You can answer away. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this really quick before you start talking about that.
Do your drink, and then we'll talk
All
about
right.
gardens.
I have to pour a drink. Now, I did get a birthday gift in the mail in a roundabout kind of mail-ish way. I've never actually tried this stuff before. This is Jameson Black Barrel.
All right.
Aaron actually opened it. I didn't open it. But anyway, so talk away. I'm going to make myself a drink.
Gardens are doing really well. The high tunnels are doing great. In the new high tunnel, I have broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage. Cauliflower's not doing so great.
Whoa, that's floating on top. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Woo, it's dry. I can smell it.
Sorry.
I have a couple of grasshoppers that are living in the high tunnel, and so they're eating leaves, and mostly on the cauliflower. But the broccoli is making heads, cabbage is making heads, I guess. So it's doing great. That's in the new high tunnel. Old high tunnel has about 400 heads of Salanova lettuce. They're all doing really well. Spinach, kale is out of control, and carrots and scallions, which won't be ready for quite some time. And I actually still have stuff outside. I have radishes, turnips, beets, and carrots that are just fine outside. And we've had some cold weather, but not horribly cold weather. So I will be doing some harvesting soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Farmer's market this weekend. We were supposed to have farmer's market on my birthday. That didn't happen. It's not going to happen.
There's a ton of vendor events around town this weekend, and I just have a lot of vendors that are out of town or at other events. A lot of people maybe are taking like an early Thanksgiving. So I actually only have 3 vendors commit to come. And so unfortunately we did cancel farmers market for this weekend. We will still have our December farmers market. Pretty much everybody that said no for this month said yes, I'll be there in December. We're going to do a little something at the ranch on Monday.
Right. We're having our own little farmer's market,
yeah.
I guess. So
yeah, we're going to set up in the shop and sell some produce. So, yeah.
Exactly. So, there we go. And the whiskey, is it whiskey? Is it whiskey or bourbon? Irish whiskey. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I've never had it before. It tastes like whiskey, I guess. I did open the one that actually had a cork. So I figured that was the higher end one.
Oh, I opened the other one too.
You opened both of them?
Wait,
You lush, you.
I smelled them. I don't like whiskey. It did not smell good.
It smells like whiskey.
I know. I just don't like it.
All right. Well, cheers, guys. Thanks. Thank you, Dennis, for the booze. And nope, stop sending me booze, people. I don't really drink that much, honestly, to tell you the truth. I have a drink during live stream, and I'll drink a beer now and then. But that's pretty much it. So, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. We do have mail call coming up today. So we're going to be doing mail call. The giveaway is going to be going on throughout the entire live stream. Head over to All Things Agriculture. Get yourself joined up to that group. Everybody that joins that group today during live stream is entered in to win one of these really cool prize packs that includes a hat, a vest, and a pair of gloves, all courtesy of Goven's Feed and Ranch Supply. I left Thar's out of it this time. But yeah, we're going to do a drawing for that at the end of the whole thing. So we have some other cool stuff we're going to talk about. We do have mail call coming up. We're going to talk about our website today, and we're going to talk about the Ranch Roundup. We're going to talk about Patreon. we have some cool stuff coming up. But right now, it's up to you guys. You guys need to keep this party going. So feel free to ask some questions, and we'll try to come up with some answers. Is Blake here? I saw Bill popped up and said Blake. I might have saw Blake. I didn't know. I don't know. He's not here, is he?
Better not be. I'm just kidding. Blake, you're always welcome.
Yeah. Dodgeman asks, where do we weigh in on the old John Deere and the right to fix your own tractors? I do believe that you have the right to fix your own tractor. I mean, but it's not really something I have to deal with. All of our tractors are old enough that they don't have all that computer crap in them.
Blake says he's in our shop. Could you clean it up a little bit?
Yeah, if you could just straighten up and watch out for the Peacock. He's in there and he thinks he's the boss of the place. Yeah, the right to repair thing is not something I really personally have to deal with. I have talked to John Deere reps about it. Honestly, like it's like politics. It drives me crazy because it depends on how they spin it. They can look like it makes sense from either side. And that's why I hate politics, because all politics is how you spin the numbers or how you present something. It can look anyway. Long story short is I don't have to deal with it.
It's not something we have to deal with. When the time comes that we buy a new tractor in 20 years, it will be something that we have to deal with. But yeah, for now.
I honestly feel like, here's how I feel about it. John Deere they have basically the whole, if you don't know what we're talking about, John Deere right now is saying that if you own a tractor that has computer components in it, they own that portion of the tractor. They own the software. They own the software. And so you can't go in and do things that you would have to mess with the software with. As simple as, sometimes resetting, filters and stuff like that can be a giant pain. I do believe that maybe John Deere has a right to do that for a year or two, and then it should kick over to the owner. I mean, if it's under warranty, hell yeah, let John Deere mess with it. Once it's out of warranty, it ain't their problem. Yeah. But that's my deal with that. Anyway, let's move along, because that's like a weird thing.
All right.
Okay.
Just
silence.
reading.
Reading. It is. Somebody asked about the weather here. It has been actually nicer here.
It's supposed to snow. That's part of my farmer's market vendor issue too, is that it's supposed to snow Friday and Saturday. Blake, actually, in the southern part of the state, is supposed to get more snow than we are, but it's not going to be super great around here. Been beautiful the last few days though. 50-something yesterday, in the 40s today.
40s today, yeah.
Perfect November weather.
Yeah, Jeanette's right. Weird is the new normal. I don't know if you're talking about weather, but I just saw that, and that weird is the new normal around here. It's true.
What do we do during our downtime? Make YouTube videos.
Yeah. So what did we do today during our downtime? We packaged beef jerky and sent it off to people, and packaged off a whole bunch of orders, which kind of leads me right into our next thing that we're going to talk about anyway. The website store is up and running. There is beef jerky available. If you don't sign up if you're not a member of the and receiving the herd report, you can sign up for it on our website. We actually on Monday launched the store on the website and let the people in the herd report know that it was up. They kind of gave us a little bit of a soft opening. We tried it out. We took a whole bunch of orders. We sent off a whole bunch of beef jerky. We sold tickets for the ranch roundup, which we're going to talk about here in a few minutes.
Some of the jerky is already sold out, some of the sizes. So if you were wanting beef jerky, we do have pretty limited stock.
Yeah, it's going fast. It's crazy.
We only made jerky out of premium high quality cuts of meat. So there's, you don't get a lot of it. And, when it dehydrates down, it really shrinks how much jerky you get. So, and this is what's we have an inventory on the website store. And when it's gone until we butcher in February or March. So do not wait around if you are wanting to try beef jerky.
Yeah, exactly. If you are signed up for the herd report and you're not getting emails, check your spam folder. Sometimes they do get kicked over there. So jerky is available on the website. Feel free to check it out. No pressure. The other thing on the website that is available now is tickets for the Ranch Roundup. That happens August 24th, 2019. It is basically a party here at the ranch. It's a Saturday. We're all going to come and hang out. We're gonna play games. We're gonna have horseshoes set up. We're gonna have different games to play. We have a neighbor that's bringing down a bunch of antique tractors for you guys to check out. Fish and Game is gonna be here. They're gonna have their own booth talking about wildlife in the area. I talked to Jess at Thar. She's She's going to do something here.
Cool.
If I can get a Ferris wheel, I will. Whatever, whatever we can find. It's
We're
gonna.
gonna maybe get some bouncy houses.
I want a
Not
Ferris wheel. A Ferris wheel. Could you imagine being at the top of the Ferris wheel and looking over the ranch? That'd be awesome.
Where are we gonna go Ferris wheel?
I don't know where you
Does
get a Ferris
anybody
wheel.
have a Ferris wheel?
We just hijack a circus going or a
Carnival
going through town. Can we go into your house? Probably not.
No.
No.
Boundaries, people. Can we have some boundaries? You're in our house right now. This is as good as it gets.
Aaron. Yeah, it's okay. So yeah, you can. I still can't get to the store. Can somebody throw up a link for the store? I know it's here. Maybe I can do it really quick. If you click on the store button, you should be able to get to it. But
unless you guys crash the website.
you might have. Here, let me just check it really quick. And you talk about something.
What do you want me to talk about? I hate it when I'm like, all the pressure's on me to talk about something.
What are you going to talk about?
I don't know. Thank you to everyone who sent pictures of carrot cake.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
that
tons of pictures of
yeah,
carrot
and
cake.
everybody that said that you made it and it was amazing. I am so glad that you guys enjoyed it and so glad that I had the opportunity to share that recipe with you guys. Yeah, I think the video is a success and the feedback has been, it's been neat. So
yeah, it's been the carrot cake, and I kind of want to try somebody else's carrot cake making your recipe. Does that ever? Do you think there's like a different flavor to it, or I mean, it should be the same, right? I mean, it's the same ingredients. It should be exactly the same. But you never know. Like some people will try to make something at home and then come back and be like, "Nope, that didn't work. Yours is better."
Oh, yeah.
You know, so. And I think Blake is going to be here at the Ranch Roundup. I've talked to him about it. I'm 99% sure that he's going to show.
Blake, are you going to be at the Ranch Roundup? Matt's going to be here. Who else from moderators? Zach is going to be here. Zach Hewitt.
Zach Hewitt's going to try to be here. I think Nash guy. I talked to him the other day. He's going to try to be here. So you're going to get to meet not only Erin and I, but you'll get to meet Blake and also like some of the people that help us out and some of the people that you've seen here.
Everybody needs a Gary.
Gary's going to be here. Different neighbors from up and down. Nick and Stephanie, I think, are going to be here. Different people that you've seen pop up on the channel. So Blake, by the way, Jeff, is a guy in Wyoming. Sorry. He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
He's
who
down
is Blake?
in the southern part of the state. Yeah, Blake, come in. Introduce yourself. So, yeah, there's going to be...
Are the tickets in the store unlisted?
No. You just click on events and then click on Ranch Roundup.
So it's in events.
It's under events, yeah. So...
so beef jerky's in the shop and tickets are in events.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Get your tickets now because they're going fast. Also, we're already 25% sold out. Plus
We
whatever
are,
you
yeah.
guys buy tonight.
We have a limited amount of tickets available because we have...
I'm only feeding so many.
Yeah, we're only going to seat so many people. So, yeah, they are 25%. And the other cool thing that we're going to do during the Ranch Roundup is that we are going to do a live stream with a live studio audience.
Well, the day before.
The day before.
Not during the actual event.
After we get the tickets sold, we're going to go through. We're going to ask everybody that bought a ticket, are you going to be here Friday night? And if you are, we're going to enter you into a pool. We're going to pull 30 or 40 names from that list. Those people will be invited to become part of the live studio audience, and you will be coming up and asking questions during the live stream. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
There's going to be multiple cameras. We've got all kinds of cool stuff planned for that. So the Ranch Roundup is a kind of an evolving thing as we go along. New ideas pop up all the time. We have subscribers that come with some, hey, I just bought a ticket. We should do this. And it's like, that's a great idea. Let's do it. We've got all kinds of cool ideas that we don't know how we're going to do yet. But it's definitely definitely chugging right along. So
yeah,
there you go. That's what's going on with the Ranch Roundup. Actually like 30% now of the tickets are sold.
Yeah, crazy.
So it is going fast. All right, let's answer some questions, if there is any.
Awkward silence.
Wayne. Blake is his first name. Yeah. He doesn't say his first name much in his videos.
His name's not Guy.
No. People call him Guy, though.
I call him Guy all the time. Here's a question. When you set up your high tunnel, do you set it up for the dominant wind to hit the ends or the sides? We have a ton of wind here too, and
I'd like to
put one up. So it's actually oriented east-west, long ways. So predominantly the wind hits the north side, which is the long side. It's set up that way due to sun. In the wintertime, our sun is really low in the, it's low in the sky. It's really, I don't know how to explain it. It comes from the south. Summertime is the
sun comes from the east.
Yes, but in the summer the sun's obviously right above us. In the wintertime it drops away on the southern horizon. So that way it captures the majority of the light. You're going to want to orient your high tunnel or greenhouse dependent upon your latitude. So do some research on your latitude, right? Latitude, north, south, and depending on what part of the country you're in, that will tell you which way to run your high tunnels and greenhouses. Although there has been lots of studies that if you run your tunnels either direction, it doesn't really matter. But I'm trying to maximize with no heat, trying to maximize as much sunlight and heat that we can. So, yeah, east-west.
Rodney asked, does the Peacock like his new home? He's been in there, since...
Well, Tuesday.
Yeah, he went in on Tuesday, so... He seems to be doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hanging out. I took his leg off again today for him just to give him a little bit of a rest. And he was fine. He didn't flop around or anything too much while I took his leg off. He kind of just sat down for me and said, take it off. But yeah, it's almost unnerving though with him in the shop when you're trying to do something and he just watches you.
I did walk in there today and I must have scared him because he didn't fall off the perch or anything, but he just stood up and flapped a little bit and it scared me. One of the kittens was playing with his tail last night, and swat, 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 and he was not a fan of. No. I don't think he likes his new roommates.
No, but he's warmer where he's at. So.
All right. I've seen a couple questions about what mineral we feed, and here's one: what % protein do you feed your steers that you will send to market?
So, the mineral that we feed is usually a 20%. It depends. The more protein that you have, the less often you have to feed it. With open type feed like lick barrels or mineral or stuff like that, we tend to go with a little bit lower protein, just because they do have open access to it and they will eat too much of it. With cake, right now, the cake that I have is 30% protein cake, and I don't have to feed it that often. I can feed it every 2 or every 3 days, and they're getting just as much protein as they need. As for steers, most of the protein that they're actually getting is out of what we're finishing them on, whether it's corn, oats, and barley, or we start them usually on an accelerator, which is a good mixture of minerals and stuff like that. So it just kind of differs on where they're at, what they're doing, and what we're trying to get out of them at the time.
With the cows, when we get closer to calving, then you bump up the hay quality. We use the higher quality hay that has more protein in it, and cake a little more often, but you have to be careful with too much protein because it can just
just runs through them.
Just runs through them. So yeah, be careful. You can tell if your cows are getting too much protein pretty easily on the backside. So yeah, you have to be when we start graining steers, you have to really be careful to slowly introduce the grain and the protein. Too much grain and they'll bloat. Also, too much protein can cause gastrointestinal stress.
Right.
So,
are we going to live stream at the Ranch Roundup? We're going to live stream the day before, like we were talking about. I don't think I'm going to live stream during the Ranch Roundup. We will be taking video, of course, during the whole thing, and we will have video that comes out about the Ranch Roundup afterwards.
I am sure we will not have a Sunday video that week.
No,
unless you pre-film something.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. I guess we could do getting ready for the Ranch Roundup, and then
we'll be getting ready right up until the time that somebody comes. So
say,
then we'll have the Ranch Roundup,
yeah.
And then you're gonna have to edit a video before Sunday morning. So
that's how it usually works.
I'm gonna guess we're not gonna have a Sunday video that week unless you pre-film something, which is a possibility.
Very well could be. Orders are coming through like crazy. My phone won't stop vibrating. I get a little email or something every time there's an order that goes through, and my phone is going bananas. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Do you ever close in the pig pen with something and put a heater in there to keep them warm during the winter? No, not really. We'll put straw in there with them, and usually as it gets colder, the more straw they get, and they do tend to bury in.
They sleep in a big pig pile.
They do. It's probably warm in there.
Top of each other. So this question from Jesse has come through several times. Have you ever considered using a nurse cow for the orphan calves? Yeah, I mean, at some point we might buy a milk cow.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
So, All right. So what do you say we do? It's 7:30, so let's do mail call, and we'll get that rolling. And here comes the mail. Oh, there we go. We got saddlebags now. Pony Express Rider drops them off. What is wrong with you?
So ridiculous.
Why do you laugh at me? This is how I keep myself sane. You know that, right?
Thanks, Mackenzie.
So we do mail call.
Do you guys think that was ridiculous?
I don't know. I'm afraid to click back to the comments now. They're going to be like, that was the stupidest thing I ever saw. All right. So this week has, speaking of ridiculous, this has been a very, very strange week for mail call. And I'm going to tell a quick story really quick.
James says it's cool.
Thank you very much. All right. Quick story. We've been getting stuff throughout the week. And every time we go to the post office, what is wrong with you?
Everyone thinks it's funny.
Are you okay? So we would go to the post office like we do every couple days. And every time we get a letter or a package or anything, this week actually...
It's like Christmas. I love it.
It's been crazy, though, because I've been like, hey, maybe it's a birthday card. Because it did get announced on our Facebook page. Somebody announced it was my birthday on ATA. I think it was announced. So I'm like, hey, birthday card, something.
Yeah.
So we come home, we open packages. It's for the kids. Every single time. Mackenzie
You
actually...
got whiskey.
I did get whiskey. The kids did not get... They were with me when I got it, though. So Mackenzie, might thought it was yours. So Mackenzie actually sits down and she says, Dad, our subscribers like me more than they like you. Because, first of all, as we dig into the mail bags here, Erin got a package from New York.
Thanks, Dave from New York. I got some hibiscus seeds that I can plant next spring. So thank you for that. I super appreciate that, and I'm excited for that. I hope I can grow them. And then stuff for the kids. I got some movies. Some like classic Christmas movies. Jack Frost, Christmas classics. So yeah, the little Christmas burrow. So yeah, it's just about Christmas season. No Christmas movies till after Thanksgiving, but they'll be excited for those.
Oh, you won't let them watch Christmas movies until after Thanksgiving? Wow. Also,
What else is
I don't know. It's amazing how much stuff we can cram into these bags.
Don't spill your drink.
Let me start pulling stuff out.
It's your birthday. You're old.
Vitamins, and they're chewable vitamins. Maybe that was a birthday present. I did have a friend of mine say, at least it's not stool softener and Ben Gay. So I am ahead of the game.
Thanks for the vitamins. It is, they're, I was going to say they're vitamin C, but no, they're orange burst. So it is cold and flu season, so thank you.
Yeah, nobody wants to get sick. Kids vitamins. I told you it's been a weird week.
We need those. It's good.
Let me dig some more out of here. Coffee.
That didn't fit.
I know it didn't fit in there. Coffee.
Yeah, we need that. Thank you.
One a day men's.
We don't know who some of this stuff came from.
We don't know who any of this came from. Actually, all this stuff besides the Dave stuff was all anonymous.
Yeah, it came from Walmart.com. So if you sent us all this stuff, thank you.
Yeah.
This is all stuff that we need and we appreciate it.
More candy for the kids.
Totally for the kids.
Yeah,
although I've been snacking on it. Lincoln ate something, and I was like, go wash your hands, because I could see there's chocolate on his hand. He had it all over his face and on his neck. I was like, what did you do? Did you put it in your neck and then...
Did he take it out of the wrapper before he ate it?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
So Lincoln approves. Thank you.
And thinking ahead, when you do have kids that you send candy to, toothpaste and toothbrushes. So thank you very much for that. Yeah. It's been a weird week for mail.
We've been going to the dentist a lot, so I think the dentist will appreciate the toothbrush. And
I got to give these back to the Pony Express rider. What is wrong with you?
So ridiculous.
I know, these are fun, man.
I'm glad you like them.
You got to shake things up every once in a while.
I need to be wore in a little bit.
I need to run over them with the truck or something.
Thanks, Jess, for finding those.
Yeah, Jess found those for us. So, speaking of which, if you would like to get entered, if you're just coming in, if you'd like to get entered to win a prize pack from Goven's Thar Farm and Thar's Feed and Ranch Supply. We have hats, gloves, and vests that we're giving away tonight. And all you have to do to get entered is head over to ATA, All Things Agriculture, and join the group. That's all you have to do. If you're a member of the group, you're already entered in to win one of those prize packs. So, are you okay with the saddlebags?
Yeah, no, it's
Can
cool.
I keep those, or
Yeah.
is that something I just did once and we're done with
No,
forever?
you keep them. Keep them. Yeah, everyone loves them, so I'm outvoted. So.
You are outvoted.
No, it's cool.
Gosh.
Just
It's my birthday. Everybody feels bad for
Your
me.
delivery system was interesting. Mackenzie literally just chucked them, but she did good.
She did good. I went and told Kenzie. I said, "You have to come." They're in our bedroom watching a movie, and I said, "At 7:30, you have to come out and throw me the mail bags." Perfect. She did great.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring the kids out at the end, I think, and let them say hi to everybody.
I'm sure they'll exit stage left before
They'll be out here. You think?
Yeah. Mods, if you could throw up a link to ATA again.
I think they did. Ron did just
Ron.
a little bit ago. So, get entered in. Join ATA, then you get entered, and at the end of the live stream tonight, we're going to announce the 2 winners for that. So that's
ATA is our All Things Agriculture. It is our Facebook group.
Yeah. And basically what it is the group where there's over 700 members. Questions about agriculture, interest in agriculture. We need more experts all the time. So if you're an expert, which everybody is, feel free to come on in and share your expertise and what you know, because there are questions that come from everywhere. There's questions about beekeeping, there's gardening, farming, ranching, almost everything, and tractor questions, how to redo the bed of your pickup, all kinds of cool stuff. So there's lots of good opportunities in there to help other people out. And I think that's what it's all about. And Patricia is a horticulturist, so she should be in there in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, Patricia, join.
You will not be left alone, though. I don't know if I would join. Actually. Or if you do join, don't tell people.
Should we get a confirmation email after buying tickets?
You will. Once you buy your tickets, you will actually receive your tickets. I do have to go push a button, and I'm not going to do that right now. But I go through, I make sure that everything went through, and I push a button. You get an email, has your ticket on it. Print that out, bring it with you. If you don't bring it, it's not the end of the world. We'll just check you off as you come in. But I think the ticket has like one of those little QR codes.
Yeah, it's got a little scannable code. So
yeah, makes it a little bit easier for us. But if you forget it, not a big deal. Whoever is working the gate or whatever, however it works, will be able to check you in, and you'll get yourself a little name tag when you show up. It'll have whatever you want to. We're going to get a hold of you before the event. We're going to find out what you want on your name tag, whether you want your real name, you want your screen name, whatever you want. I think it's going to be cool if you do have your screen name on there, your username or whatever you want to call it. People will recognize that, and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, you're Mrs. Green Thumb, and you're here," that kind of thing. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. So you'll get your own little name tag, and you get to keep that, of course, and we're going to have dinner, and I didn't mention farm-to-table dinner will be taking place during the Ranch Roundup this year. It's not going to be afterwards. It's going to be for you guys. We are actually the farm-to-table dinner has been moved to a different weekend, so we will be having our very own farm-to-table dinner that's going to be more laid back. Wear your boots, wear your jeans.
It's going to be burgers and hot dogs not from the ranch. But burgers from the ranch, hot dogs not from the ranch.
Yeah, we could get hot dogs made, I'm sure.
I know, but then I lose something else.
Yeah,
it's all a balance.
But we will, and then a lot of stuff from the gardens, you're thinking?
Yeah, well, garden veggies, and for sure. So.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. The girls will be out. They'll be selling lemonade. Kenzie wants to sell lemonade, so she's going to have a little lemonade stand that's going to go directly towards her college education and not some silly toy.
She thinks she's going to buy toys.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm going to buy toys." No. So we're going to do all that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so too. I'm excited.
The other thing that I want to talk about tonight, is there any questions that are just aching and on somebody's mind? Feel free.
I'm going to make carrot cake for the Ranch Roundup, along with probably a few other things. So if you are not a baker and you have not made the carrot cake recipe, I will make it for you if you come to the Ranch Roundup.
What blows me away is we have people coming from all over the place. I was looking through some of the tickets. Now, we were sold at like 30% of the tickets already. I'm sure we're more than that now. But we have people from all over coming. I mean, even overseas that are coming now. People from Canada,
We have people from Canada.
We have people from Canada coming down. We have, I'm pretty sure it was Norway, I think,
really?
or something like that. Yeah, where somebody bought tickets. Hopefully they show up. They bought tickets. You know, maybe they'll show up. But
Matt, the kids don't want anything for Christmas.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a chance to meet some really cool people. So I think, and just being able to, I want to meet people. That's kind of my, you know, we are stuck behind a screen. People tell me all the time that you know, they watch us, they get to know us, they feel like they know us, which is awesome. Love it. Honestly, unless I talk to you, I don't really know you, which is kind of a weird relationship. So I would love, you know, people that are going to come, of the 200 and some odd people that are going to come, I'm really looking forward to hanging out and getting to know you guys. And Erin's going to be mad at me because she's going to be like, you know,
no, I'm
pay attention to me.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not.
I'm busy with my own stuff.
Do you ride your horses?
Awkward
Yes.
silence again.
We do ride the horses, usually on Sundays, but it depends on the week, of course.
And the weather.
And the weather, but they do get a little workout here and there.
I'm supposed to slap you.
You're supposed to slap me? Oh my gosh! On camera? Then there's like proof of that. What breed are our pigs right now? Tim asked. We do have they're Hereford mix.
Yeah, Hereford mix.
With, I think they're Berkshire.
I don't know.
Hereford mix, if I remember right. Got them from down by Torrington. And
yeah, and we've done all different kinds of pigs. So.
Yeah, some of them are long, some of them are short and fat, some of them are long and fat. They're all pigs.
I like long ones.
The big ones.
There's more bacon that way. Yeah, I like long-bodied pigs. So yeah, these ones are like 3/4 Herefords with like Berkshire, York, or something mixed into. So yeah. They look good. They're growing fast. They eat a crap ton.
Exactly. William, one of our moderators, actually has a question. Have you solved your badger problem? I have not. I was actually going to take care of it today, and I got a phone call that somebody had a license for a badger.
You have to get a license?
You have to get a fur bearer's license, and he wants a badger. So
he wants to mount it.
So I said, if you want to come and take care of it, you can. So now I'm just letting it sit there for some dumb reason. But I'm trying to be a nice guy and letting him come out and
the
get
chickens
it.
are locked in the chicken run. So I think once we get the badger taken care of, though, we can do some repairs and some reinforcing to the chicken run and let them back outside. Lindsay Collins, if I buy 2 adult tickets and have to use the second adult ticket for my son, there's a kid ticket. 12 and under is a kid. 3
I think I put 14 and under.
14. 3 and under or something is free. So you should get that option, right?
Yep, there's more than one ticket there available.
If he's under 14, buy the kid ticket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see, wind shelters for cattle. Lots of wind shelters. We have a 3-sided barn that's actually, it's 40 feet by 100 feet that all the cows can pretty much fit into. They tend to live in there during bad weather.
They're such babies. It's like 4 o'clock and like the cattle train comes to bed.
Yeah, they all hang out.
And about 8 o'clock after the school bus leaves, the cattle train comes out.
We also have some windbreaks out in the pasture and stuff like that. So yeah, there's quite a few of them.
James, yes, you can leave your kids at home if you don't want to bring them to the ranch roundup. I have to bring mine, but you don't have to bring yours.
How did your apple trees do this year?
I only have 4 of the 10 trees are living. We got, typical Wyoming, warmed up. Got a cold snap late May, and I lost 6 of my trees. 2 of them produced. 1 did about 2 dozen apples. Got hailed on. We did eat a few apples, though, and they were good. They weren't quite ripe because it was the Honeycrisp, and they're a later ripening apple. But they had hail damage, so I wanted to eat them before they completely rotted. But they were good, nice and crisp, and decent sized, probably like that big, the big ones. So, yeah, next spring we'll be replacing. So, I knew that this was going to happen. And I have a shelter belt growing of some carriganas and some other shrubs, and I made the choice to go ahead and plant the apple trees before the shelter belt was established. They're in a tough spot for wind. They do have some wind protection, but not enough. It's going to take a few years to get them established. And I planned on some of them are going to die and we're going to replant. So, yeah.
I don't know. Apples and orchards and things like that are always a gamble around here. Any
Yeah.
tree is like a huge gamble.
If I was more patient and I did the shelter belt first and let that shelter belt get 10 or 12 foot tall, it would be a different situation. But I'm impatient and I want apples now. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yep, exactly. If you are getting entered in, and Noah, it doesn't matter where you live. I had this conversation earlier about is it okay for people overseas to enter? I don't care. I'll send you whatever you need. So get in the group. You have just as much chance of winning as anybody else. If you ask permission to join the group now, we are not going to approve any until we're done with our live stream. And the reason we're doing that is because that keeps everybody in one group, and then we can pick our winners out of that group. Everybody will be approved to join after we're done. So that's pretty much that spiel. How long is your growing season, Erin?
May 20th to September 20th, right around there.
Yeah, how many? May, June, August.
About 120 days. We get frost in August, though, quite often. So that's why I have high tunnels. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do I have to talk about? Let's talk about Patreon really quick as we're getting ready to wind things
It's already
down.
7:46.
I know it flies, doesn't it? Patreon is something that you can help us out. You can support us for as little as $1. You sign up, you pledge to support us. Of course, you get something for it. So I'm not asking for handouts because you do get things for this. We have different levels on Patreon. You can get stickers, you can get t-shirts, you can get all kinds of cool stuff like that. And one of the new things that we're starting is actually all of our Patreon supporters starting now and all of our past supporters, of course, are going to start receiving cards from us. We're sending out Christmas cards. We're going to try to do birthday cards.
If we can figure that out.
If we can figure that out, we might have to come up with a different database for it. But we're going to just, send out Christmas cards and just be a little bit closer with our Patreon supporters. Last week we released videos to them early and kind of got feedback.
That rarely happens. In all honesty. But it happens once in a while.
It does. And there's some different things that happen on there. So if you are interested in supporting our channel, you can do that through Patreon.
You can adopt a cow.
You can adopt a cow. You can actually pick your cow and get monthly updates on what your cow's doing, how she's doing, when she's going to have her calf. When she has her calf, you will know the day that she had her calf. It's really kind of a cool program that we've got set up. And you can do that on Patreon as well. So there's some pretty cool things on there that you can take a look at. Let's answer some more questions while I figure out what the hell I'm going to talk about next.
Can you make more blooper videos?
I could. I need to make more bloopers. People like the bloopers, though. I mean,
yeah.
The bad part about bloopers, and I've had people request just to do like a bloopers show, but I don't really save them separately.
Oh, sure.
So I would have to go back through and watch everything. To find them again. Yeah. And I would be like,
and a lot of them are just honestly there's always us staring at the camera or is this working? It's the same blooper all the time or did I turn the microphone on or it won't focus.
Or I'll be out recording something and a truck will drive by and I'm trying to talk and a big giant, thank you, giant truck.
Can you get Luke the cat off the vest?
Yeah, cat's off the vest. Sit on the saddlebag.
If you're allergic to cats, we're sorry. Wash it first.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what were you talking about before I got the cat?
Bloopers.
Oh yeah, bloopers. Yeah, I'd like to put together a blooper reel. I just need to.
Ben says hi, cat.
Figure out, dead cats, man. Figure out how to do it. I'm drinking actually my birthday present. This is
you got 2 bottles. You didn't show the other one.
Oh, I didn't show the other one. Yeah.
So we got this. Black Barrel Jameson, and
just regular, I guess.
Yeah, just regular Jameson.
Regular flavored. So.
Cat hair from Wyoming. Yeah, that's a premium. Oh my gosh.
He's calling you?
Sorry.
So yeah, it's Jameson whiskey. Thank you. Thanks to Dennis who went through quite a bit to get it to us. So apparently you can't mail booze.
Have you heard from Kyle about how long we're peg checking? Kyle Wessels wants to know when we're peg checking. So have you heard from Kyle the vet?
I have not. I texted him a couple days ago, and we're trying to line up preg checking. I haven't heard anything back from him. We do have a couple other options for different vets.
I wish we'd preg check this week. The weather was gorgeous.
It was beautiful. Please silence your cell phones during the film. Thank you, Jeff.
I'm so sorry.
Mine is silenced, but it's over here vibrating like crazy. But yeah.
And
How's the Robert would like to know how's the cookbook going?
I have some ideas, and I've jotted down like a few things I want to include. I don't measure when I cook, so I'm just planning what I want to put in it, and then I have to recipe test, and that's going to be the time-consuming part of it. Is I can write down recipes and guesstimate, but I'm actually going to have to cook everything that's in the cookbook, other than like the baked goods that I'll include. But so yeah, I do a lot of recipe testing. In all honesty, between now and the holidays, like it's pretty busy around here with the kids and whatnot. And so I know today the kids came home with like 4 things that I was like, gotta add this to the calendar, have to add this to the calendar. We got this going on. So yeah, we'll after the first of the year, it is my intention before the first of the year to have everything planned out that I'm going to put in the cookbook, and then after the first of the year to recipe test everything as quickly as I can, and then we'll get it all laid out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and before Mother's Day.
We were hoping actually before Christmas, and apparently there's a lot more to do in a cookbook than we actually anticipated.
I needed a break. Like I needed a break from farmers market, and I was really gonna try and do it between farmers market and like the 1st of November, and I needed a break, and the kids had a lot of stuff that came up that they needed me for, and I just did not have the time to devote to it, and so rather than just kind of like half-ass my way through it, I just said I have to wait, and because I want it to be done right, and I want it to be something that I'm proud of, and I want it something that the recipes will work for you in your kitchen. So, and it'll be an ebook and a printed book. I don't know what form the printed book will take yet.
Do like spiral bound.
I think it's going to be spiral bound. I kind of have some ideas for sizes, but that will all we'll decide all that once I put a lot of stuff on paper and we see kind of what fits on a page. But yeah, we're going to do both ebook and printed book. And eventually they'll be for sale on our website.
Eventually. So snow has been coming across here a little bit. We don't have any. We have a little bit of snow on the ground right now. Not much.
They're like all melted. There's a little bit in front of the shop just because it doesn't melt on that side.
Yeah, the sun is blocked. We average about 60 inches of snow here a year. You kind of get used to it, but there are problems that it causes. One problem that we do have is the high tunnels and snow. Too much snow load on the high tunnels will actually cause them to collapse in. And it's not the snow load on the top, it's the snow load on the side because it all melts off and then it starts piling up along the sides and it'll actually collapse that in. So that's one thing that we do really have to watch out with snow. Yeah,
that's mostly our spring snowstorms because we'll get April and May snowstorms that are just heavy, wet snow, and we'll get, you can get 15, 18 inches in 24 hours or 48 hours. And if it comes down with no wind, then it can really be a problem for the high tunnel. So Mike will have to take the Bobcat and
clean off. One thing that amazes me about here, and I'm not from Wyoming originally, so when it snows here, the wind blows 900 miles an hour. So it can snow 3 feet, and there will be no snow here, and there will be 8 feet of snow here.
We had one year. Remember that year? I think it was the first year we had the channel because we posted pictures of it on Facebook. It would snow, and the wind would blow from the north one day. And so it would drift that way and pile up on the south side of the fences. And then the next day, the wind would come out of the south. And so it would all blow the other way. Yeah. So we had a fence that's right out here from our house. And I was looking out the window, and there's a cow that is, there's this much of the fence that, she's standing behind. And so, and the way it had drifted, it was on both sides. It was literally the cows could walk over the fence. You had to go put panels on top of a fence just because that wind just kept shifting every single day, come from a different direction. So
yeah, $10 super chat from Bailey Kearns. Thank you, Bailey, for the birthday wishes. Love to come to the Ranch Roundup. Busy time of the year. It is. I mean, it's hard to plan stuff like this because any time is a busy time for somebody. And honestly,
can't have you in the winter because our house does not hold 200 people.
No, and the shop really wouldn't hold 200 people. So. It's kind of a weird game that you have to play and try to figure out when you can, even for us going on vacation and stuff like that, it's very much, you finish branding, calving doesn't start for a week, so you have, time to squeeze in a quick vacation or whatever. If you work in agriculture, you work anywhere really. I mean, I think anybody has the same problem is trying to find when you're going to be able to do things. And this
yeah,
is
it's
the
not
best
super
we had.
convenient for us either. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie.
Erin
It's-
wasn't too happy about the date.
No, it's I mean, that's the weekend we've done farm to table for the last 2 years. It's somewhat convenient. Like in my growing season, the gardens are doing really well the end of August, unless we get a hailstorm. Yeah, I mean, but it's not super convenient to stop our our weekly routine that it takes to get us to market. To kind of throws a wrench in the whole situation. Farm to table did this will, but it's a good wrench, and I'm happy to adjust our lives. We will be skipping farmers market that week because there's no way.
Yeah, we're not going to do farmers market. Speaking of skipping things, next week obviously is Thanksgiving, and I hope that everybody has a great Thanksgiving. We will not have a Thursday video next week because it is Thanksgiving, and we'd like to spend time with our family, and we're going to get ready for Thanksgiving, which takes... Why does it take so long to get ready for Thanksgiving dinner? It takes like 30 seconds to eat it.
I could take the turkey out on Friday.
Yeah.
I could put the turkey in the fridge.
It's
My
like
mom
so
bought-
much prep work.
My mom bought a 20-some pound Hooterite turkey.
Oh, really?
It's huge.
Hutterite.
Hutterite, sorry.
Yeah.
Hutterite. Some people say Hooterite.
They do. Some people do. You do. So it's fine
But no,
with me.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one I've heard that.
Yeah.
Hutterite turkey.
Right. Whatever.
It's giant.
However you want to say it.
It is.
So
it's a dinosaur turkey.
We will still have a video coming out on Sunday. I'll still do a project list video. We'll take Thursday off, and then we'll be back that Sunday. So only 2 videos next week due to the holiday. And then, we're going to...
Plus, you guys should all be with your families and not on the internet.
We're going to turn off the internet in the house so the kids can't even, do anything.
Oh, no, I can't deal with them.
Yeah, no, you're
Just
gonna
kidding.
and the same thing might happen around Christmas. We might take a little bit of a break. When we take a break, it's going to be like a 1 day
Like, we'll
break.
skip
so.
one video
Yeah.
if we take a break. I don't know what day of the week is. What day of the week is Christmas on this year? Is it on Tuesday?
I don't know. Why are you on your phone?
I'm just checking. Oh, yeah, it's on a Tuesday.
Oh, so we probably won't have a project list video. Or maybe we will, because I still have to work that day anyway. So, Christmas, you go feed the cows. You have to deal with water. Something will break on Christmas Day. It always does. Water line breaks, or
Or the water well. Didn't the water well break one year? on
water well
Christmas?
broke one year on Christmas Day. We had...
That's
that
fun.
was an electrical thing or something, though.
No, it froze.
Oh, it did freeze. Yeah, that was a horrible
Have
day.
you guys ever had your water well freeze on a holiday?
It's always happens on a holiday.
Always on a holiday.
It's always on a holiday.
You've since fixed that issue.
That issue is no longer. What kind of breeding characteristics do you look for in your cattle? We're going to have our winner here coming up in just a few minutes, but I've noticed that Devin has asked this question a few times. Basically, we're looking for low birth weights. We're looking for good mothering, high milk production, that kind of thing.
We just got Facebook that they didn't get a confirmation email for their ticket. It will come after you push a button. So
Yep.
when we get done here, we will.
Yep, go through, push buttons, and then you'll get the confirmation email. You'll get your ticket, and all that will be there. So it takes a little bit, but there's always something involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm always running around in 30 different directions. So let's see, Matt, are you still out there? Matt, you still alive? Because if you are, I'd like you to pick 2 winners for our prize pack. You still have time to win before Matt wakes up and heads on over to the All Things Agriculture page and checks out who has joined here in the last hour. And of those new members, there will be 2 winners that will receive the prize packs from Goven Feed and Ranch and Thar's, and it's on my phone. Okay, thank you, Matt. We have hats to give away. We've got gloves. We've got vests. Now I'm going to go on my phone.
Why are you on your phone?
Because I'm working, man. All right, we had 100 new members
Oh, wow.
join.
Steven on Facebook says thumbs up. I'm glad I can help you out, Steven. Thank you, Apple Watch, for the notification.
Number 1 winner is Matt DeWitt. And
Congratulations, Matt.
congratulations, Matt. And our second winner is Tim Fuller. They won themselves the hats. This is our local feed store. This is the feed store that I go to almost every other day. And they gave us these hats, gloves, and vests to give away. So we will be getting a hold of you guys and getting all your information and sizes and that kind of thing. And we'll be able to get you some.
James says to get off my watch.
Off your watch. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Tim. And thank you, Matt Fensel, for taking care of that for
And
us.
we will draw one more winner from existing
members. So you still have one more chance to win.
Yeah, if you've already joined
Yeah.
before today.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to get the kids out here to wrap things up, but they're in there with the door closed.
Kids.
Children. They can't hear me. Can you converse for 30 seconds while I go and grab kids? They really wanted to come and say
Too
hi.
much
Would anybody like to see the kids?
I'll go
Because
get
if
the
not,
kids. You
okay, Erin,
converse
you go
for
get the
30
kids.
seconds.
All right. So Erin's going to go grab kids. I'll answer a few more questions. Would you ever consider having your kids participate in 4-H? Yes, of course. Once they are old enough, they're going to be able to do it. Kenzie's birthday falls in January, so she's actually not old enough to do it, but she will be soon. Speaking of FFA, I'm actually going to be speaking to some FFA kids in Indiana coming up next year, and hopefully if you live around in southern Indiana, we're going to try to schedule a meetup while I'm there and get a chance to hang out a little bit. We also might be in Los Angeles in March.
We're not going to Los
If
Angeles.
you're in Southern California, it's not March.
February and
February.
San Diego.
San Diego. And we might have something going on there. So we do have some meetups planned. And here come some children that wanted to say hi. When you come into PA, I don't know. If I can find somebody who wants me in PA, I'll be there. Where I go actually kind of depends on what I got going on. So I am going to be in Rapid City, which isn't that far away, but I'm going to be in Rapid City for the stock show in the end of January.
You are?
Yeah. So I will be there, hopefully hanging out at the Stetson booth. So that should be a lot of fun. Mackenzie, Grace, Lincoln's over there looking at his toothbrush with his finger in his
Picking
nose.
his nose.
Lincoln,
And his phone with in his mouth.
you want to come over and say hi? Not at all. All right. Lincoln does not want to say hi, but we definitely want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Lots of cool stuff going on. Go check out the website. If you're interested in Come for the Ranch Roundup, check it out. Buy your tickets now. They are going fast. It is ridiculous how
I
fast
have
they're
a
going.
lemonade stand there.
Mackenzie's going to have a lemonade stand. What are you going to spend? What are you going to use the money for?
Christmas presents.
Christmas presents. For me?
You're sliding.
All right. I'll take some Christmas presents. How are you, Grace? Do you want to say hi to anybody?
She waved.
You waved? Well, good for you. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us once again. We will be back. Well, I'll be back on Sunday with a video. I don't know who's going to be in it or whatnot.
Look at all the comments.
There are a lot of comments there. You want to push a button for me?
I want to push a button.
Everybody wants to push a button. We are going to call it a night. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Check us out on Patreon if you'd like. You can support us there for as little as $1. You can do it for 1 month, then quit. You can keep doing it for 12 months, and it'll cost you $12. But it does make a difference to us, and the support that we are shown through Patreon just totally astounds us, and we do try to give that back in some very special ways. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys. You guys have a...
Are you watching yourself on the screen?
You guys have
You're
a
doing
great
great.
night. We will see you on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. We're taking a day off for Thanksgiving, but we'll be back
You
the
guys
following
have
Sunday.
a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you next time.
I get an early release on Wednesday. To the Thanksgiving break.
It is Thanksgiving break. Kenzie, stop bouncing. I'm trying to hit a button here, and you're bouncing. All right, guys.
Bye.
Take it easy. Have a good night.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of Ranch Talk Live. Please subscribe and join us as we continue to explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Special thanks to our moderators and the members of the Barn Owls, our special advisory group that helps us behind the scenes. If you'd like more from the ranch, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram, as well as on our weekly podcast, Beyond the Ranch, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Don't forget to check out All Things Agriculture, a special Facebook group where you can ask questions and learn about agriculture all over the world. Until we see you again on Sunday, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.